Hello and welcome to the Video Gamer UK podcast. My name is Chris Bratt and today I'm looking around this room, seeing some lovely enthusiastic faces. He's down to 4 Red Bulls a day now. It's David Scammell.
Well, more than that, mate. Like
you had a bit of a life change recently, haven't you?
Total diet alteration.
And you sound like a new man.
The doctor instructed me.
By diet alteration, you mean you were told to change your diet and didn't?
Well, I did have a McDonald's that evening, but that was a one-off for that day. And
it's like when you go to the dentist and get the all clear, and then go, I'm going to have a Mars bar now.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
It's a treat, isn't it?
Yeah, my teeth are good. I'm going to ruin them some more now.
Well, that's the thing. Like when I went to the dentist last time, she told me don't drink fizzy drinks, and if you do, drink them through a straw. She went next door, bought a can of Coke. Well, no, nonsense.
We got the star of last week's podcast, Mr. Tom Murray.
Legend.
Yeah, I saw many a comment.
Tom, what a legend, or he's just a legend, or
I think just
Tom was
the word
great on this.
Great, yeah.
I was called legend
You were
as well.
great. Yeah, all right, that's very
Just
important.
that is a fact. Someone said legend.
And finally, for the very last time,
Don't.
my editor, my flatmate,
Oh, gosh.
my inspiration, and my best friend. It's Simon Miller.
Now, is this planned?
No,
This is now really weird.
it's been played for a phone. Excellent.
This is actually off the cuff.
Yeah.
Well, now it's weird then. Now it's really weird.
Isn't this lovely?
Is that Boys to Men?
Let's have a hug.
Topical
Let's
as
have a
well.
group
Is this
podcast
make
hug.
love to you?
Yeah, that's weird.
You've ruined it.
Yeah,
You've ruined that moment if it is.
What? What? Do I need to take my trousers down?
Simon Miller, why do you hate VideoGamer.com?
You. I'm leaving because of you. I can't handle you and your face anymore.
Excellent.
I hate VideoGamer.com. It has nothing to do with that at all.
Oh, well, we will be very sad to see you go.
I'll be devastated.
We've got a few treats.
That sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't at all.
It was. It sounded really sarcastic. Jesus.
What did you say?
I said I'll be devastated.
Oh,
Yeah, this is
that's
going
nice.
to be a very sad podcast.
I'm not going to get into specifics because, that's not how,
It's not how VideoGamer does.
well, that's not
things,
what
but-
people should do. But it is sad. It is sad. I have all my entire career. I don't think I've ever been as personally connected to a job as this one.
Oh.
So
It's because we're all real people, Miller.
yeah,
We all went, that was nice. All right then.
yeah,
Cool.
Wonderful.
So it's sad. There's no bad blood or anything like that. It's just one of those things
Yourself.
that
you walk out this podcast room and we're over. It's done.
What?
Simon Miller's dead.
You two were over a long time ago.
Yeah, exactly.
We still got to live together for another couple of weeks, man. It's going to be weird.
Well, we'll see what happens. I don't know how much longer I can be with you, Chris.
It is
so-
weird. Like, I can imagine you, Braz, walking in. It'd be like just after a breakup. You're going to come in all depressed. You're like, oh, I miss him so much. And it's just gonna
I won't
weird.
be like that for the record. I won't ever. You're not. No, I'm kidding. I'll miss you, Chris. There you go.
there we are.
That'll be nice. And
There
I
we
miss
are. We
Tom.
covered-
And I miss Dave. I miss everybody.
Thanks very much. Last
So
on the
on.
list.
What
No
about
worries.
Brett? What about Brett?
Save the best till last.
Hey.
I've got one more Rolo for you as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Rolos.
It's massive.
I can't have them. I've been
Oh, yeah.
instructed. I'll have it anyway. Don't care.
We'll share it.
Fuck
We'll
with
split
that
our
one.
last Rolo. It'll be wonderful.
Together
Yeah.
with our teeth.
Okay, well that covered all the bases. It went from being really sweet to just a little bit uncomfortable for everyone else in the room.
Hey,
That was great.
expressing our.
It was uncomfortable where Tom started playing a song about having sex. That's when it started. No. It was uncomfortable when you came out with all your end of a film
That
stuff.
was the sweet stuff.
Look, we'll all stay in touch. I'll still be around. It's not going to be hard to find me. Video
You are a
Gamer
large
will
man.
continue on as the juggernaut that it is. Everyone will be happy.
You'll have to come back for some Two Cowards. Has to happen.
We will. You know what? That may be possible.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know how. It's more about what if you want me to do that, really. But this is not a conversation for
We'll
the
see.
podcast.
We'll see.
Let's chat business.
Yeah.
What are our profit margins? Yeah, but it is what it is. Last podcast. Let's enjoy it. Let's have a good time. Let's see where this train takes us.
All right.
Should I be? I should have hosted this one. Really, shouldn't
He's
I?
the fucking driver.
Don't you,
Drive us
Yeah.
straight into hell.
don't use
Actually sounds
your
quite
last
cool.
podcast to
Yeah.
try
Yeah.
and usurp me. Jesus. Come on.
I've been trying ever since you joined to use. They don't usurp. You've never been on top. Well, do you not? You're not on top, right? You are like the carpet. You're the video gamer's carpet, the doorstop. The doorstop of video gamer.
I like to think he's more like...
Simon Miller's left the podcast now.
Why has that taken you 18 months to realise, oh, wait, I've got a little dial here. I can just turn him down.
He's not the carpet. He's he's like the thing you wipe your feet on before you go in.
I won't lie. There was a 1 in 2 chance that wasn't you. So I was like...
No, it was me.
Yeah, no, I wasn't sure.
Oh, can you imagine?
If I just cut Dave off.
Especially if Dave was like, Dave was like going, "You're right, Chris, turn him down." Like, yeah, that's right. All right, we've gone wildly off topic here.
All right.
What we do? How are we going to? We're just talking about what we've been playing, right?
Yeah,
That's what we always do, isn't it?
Did anyone play PT? Because I wasn't on last week's podcast.
Yeah, I feel like I've spoken about that game a whole lot.
Too much, I feel like.
Did they? I guess
You didn't chat about PT, did you?
I can't even remember.
It was too... I think it might have been too soon.
Well, no one had played it because...
Maybe I mentioned it, possibly. I can't remember.
Oh, maybe you did talk about it.
I did. I think I did, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I was called a legend.
Oh, right, okay.
You want to talk about it quickly? Or was it done to death?
We can.
Well, I really like it. Mm-hmm. I don't like scary games. How do you feel about it now, Dave?
Oh, I hate it. That's the worst thing ever.
Obviously, I hate it,
Yeah.
but you're not fascinated by it. It's fascinating.
Oh, definitely. I think it's one of the best things that's happened to the industry in a very long time.
Yeah, I agree with
It's
you.
totally confusing, eventually very frustrating, and yeah, one of the best reveals.
I think the
of
fact
game
that it had to be
we've
kind
seen,
of... They had to make it drag out a little bit, probably lessened it as a game.
Yeah.
But as a thing, an announcement, a reveal, it was really, really good.
Yeah, like the scares kind of wore... Although it is a really intimidating game, I think. Well, by the end of my time with it, I was just kind of done with
before
the
you
scares. I
know
just
what
wanted
it
to
is,
complete it.
and like for the first 45 minutes or so, it's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of thing that they probably could have charged for, and people would have gone, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If it was an indie game, this is a tenner, people would have been like, oh, it's the best scary game you've ever played.
Yeah, I think
Those guys about their indie games.
the convoluted stuff at the end, I get, because he wanted... Maybe, I'm a bit more with Dave this. I think maybe someone got tipped off, but let's go with face value. You know, they obviously wanted the Silent Hills thing to remain a secret for as long as possible.
I'm starting to edge towards the fact that it was designed to be revealed on a stream, like because you heard the whole.
Oh no, I think that's true. Yeah,
rumors about you having to have a microphone plugged in when you complete it.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I don't know if that's true. I don't have a freaking clue about that game.
But I mean, I think all the convoluted stuff is both good and bad, because I get it. He wanted to keep the surprise going, so you know it's good marketing. If your game comes out and people are talking, that's really scary, and then a week later, oh my gosh, it's Silent Hill. It's like brilliant. We just extended our marketing. But at the same time, it does. I mean, if Dave and I can get to a point where we're not scared of a fucking scary game, then you've done something wrong. And I love it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's one of the best things this year. But it would have been better if the puzzles had been a bit more scripted, you know, rather than just mental. Crazy, make it up as you go along, because the fear factor does drop because you get frustrated, and as soon as you get frustrated you then disconnect from the game. And I get it, I understand why he did it, but I think that's pushing it. That's classic Kojima. He found his genius point, and then no one filtered him and said no, don't do that. They just let him run amok, which you can't really blame him, because look what it did, it still worked. But all that stuff about 10 paces and
it makes
baby laughing and phone calls and looking at pictures,
that makes a lot more sense for the teaser than it would for the final game. I don't want to see that level of confusion. Then in the teaser you have to talk to other people. That makes sense. It means loads of people talking about the
that's good. But I mean, I think because I may be wrong, but what I can figure out is there's no rhyme or reason to it. Everyone is just, well, I fucked around and this happened. And that, I'd much rather, actually, no, we changed what I said. I'd much rather it was, you walk 10 paces and then you walk back 10 paces.
Has anyone actually come out and said,
still haven't seen it.
No one said, this is the definitive way to do it.
I've watched about 4 different people. One person finishes it just by walking around and then the phone rings.
Someone on my friends list completed it in 15 minutes last night.
Well, there you go.
I was so mad.
Maybe it's random. Maybe it just happens.
I think it is.
I heard you could bypass the whole thing if you just hung around at the beginning and wait for the clock to go to midnight.
I love this. I heard. That's exactly what they want.
But yeah,
have all the other, when that woman pops up and scares you, have that all. It can happen whenever. That's the worst thing ever. Literally the worst thing ever. But I think the way to finish it should have been, because when you get to that point, you're like, okay, I've been scared. You won me over. Let me just finish it so I can draw a line under it and go, that's PT, wonderful, happy days. But I'm being well too negative. Like it is the best thing that happened in a long, long time. And again, cements the fact that Kojima is a smart motherfucker. Like he thinks of things that other people wouldn't think of, and then you kind of look at it and go, why didn't I think of that? It's like because you're not that way. You're not that way wired.
You've got
that way wired. That'll do. Who cares?
We got the.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if other people.
Yeah, the people.
Oh, now we're going to
follow the kind of because for a long time now we've had the bombard you with stuff about games for 2 years until it comes out approach, and then this
They could still do that.
They may well do that with this, but the attention this has got for basically. What was it like a 30-second thing at the Gamescom?
Yeah,
Sony's
very
thing.
quickly.
And then it was like it's on
past.
the store now. Go and play it, and that turned into tons of coverage for not much effort on their part. They made the game obviously, but compare that to like Watch Dogs, for example, and it felt like you were playing what you'd already played on YouTube for the last 2 years.
But this is classic Kojima, isn't it? They did this for Phantom Pain. Like,
Yeah,
you showed a trailer. People were like, "Was that Metal Gear?" We didn't know, but it looked like it.
That's the thing. It looked too much like it. Do you know what I
This
mean?
is a far better reveal than that.
And also, like he left. I mean, it was Snake. You could just tell it was Snake.
Yeah.
That was my problem with. Not the problem. It's fine. It's fun to see people talking about it. But you kind of went with Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I mean, obviously it helps because Kojima's never had, aside from those rumors sort of last year.
Yeah, he's never actively been
So
involved.
you wouldn't go, oh, it's obviously Kojima.
But then there are so many things that are obvious. Like the little the little save icon is the Silent Hill icon.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
What? No one noticed that at first.
But you wouldn't look for it, would you? You
The
just
font
wouldn't. You
style,
wouldn't
leather
put
jacket.
because I mean,
But then the hardcore, like super hardcore, would realise that. Massive Silent Hill fans would. And I went back through a thread on Gaff, and it was like, is this Silent Hill? Is this Silent Hill? Like hours before people actually found out that it was. Because there's little things in it where if you're a super fan, you'll know that.
What? Who's the dude? The Sony guy? I can't remember his name that announced it.
Jim Ryan.
Jim Ryan. Fair play to that guy. He's been really, he obviously knew the deal. Just went, PT, whatever.
Apparently, they only found out in the warm-ups.
Was that,
Yeah, but still, the way he delivered it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in fact, I know Burns went crazy about it. Burns did this whole download that now. It's like pointing at everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know why he was so interested by it, but
we downloaded it because it was a demo that was available now. We didn't download it really because we thought it was going to be a huge announcement. We knew there was something going on there, but not to that scale.
Well, it's mostly, okay, we can do it. It's new. It's on PS4.
I'm surprised how quickly they moved past it. It was just like,
That's why it's done perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's why if they had...
And it was done just after Kojima was on stage, wasn't it? That's how he left the stage. Because he showed Metal Gear, and then they ran that trailer for PT.
I think it was in the indie game stuff, wasn't it?
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't want to...
Yeah.
Oh, mate, well, there you go.
Because I rewatched it, yeah.
But fair play to Sony. I mean, they won... I hate all that shit, but we'll use that phrase. They won... I don't want to use it. I can't. It's terrible. But that's the best thing that came out of Gamescom.
I agree.
So... Yeah, if a scary game can get me... I mean, I'm never playing Silent Hills. Fuck that shit. But if a scary game can win me over to the point... I mean, I watched your playthrough afterwards, which I never would have done if you had played something else.
Fuck your videos.
Well, I don't watch any of your stuff. Because fucking bollocks.
You're not going to be able to do this so much.
Yeah, I know, yeah. You know what I mean.
That'll be cut out. Don't worry about it.
I watch all of your stuff.
Yeah, but, the fact I did that and I kind of toyed around watching other people's, and I forget the people I hate, so I stopped doing that. But the fact that I wanted to talk about it with people, and
but what does it mean for the genre as a whole? Like we were talking about this briefly yesterday.
It's going to be. You mean for Silent Hills or for genre games?
Like for stuff like Alien and Evil Within, it seems like it's come at a time
Evil Within.
when,
Sorry, go on.
Like this has come out of nowhere. People are expecting Alien Isolation and Evil Within, and now the focus is on this other horror game. Mm-hmm. And then I think particularly like Evil Within, it's going to come out, it maybe won't be as scary. I think it's probably going to go for the gore, shock type factor. And I can just see PT changing the landscape slightly. I can see the words, it's not as scary as PT in the reviews.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know whether that will majorly affect things, but it's like these little, well, they're not little announcements, but these little things that can change people's mindsets going into those games that you think you already... have an opinion on it?
We like everyone that's seen Alien Isolation in this office is very excited about it, and yet it does feel different after PT.
I think maybe it might help Alien in a way because people are looking for something similar, and Alien is the only game coming, I think, that has it feels like it's got a similar sort of vibe. It's first person. It is kind of like moving around slowly. It's Within is definitely more of an action Resident Evil 4 style horror game. I
completely agree. I think Alien now hasn't really changed for me. It's just, it is scary. But the Evil Within, and it's not fair because scary games you can only really address when you're actually playing it.
Yeah.
But
like you watched that demo they put out,
and it just wouldn't have got me like
PT.
It would have done, because it just feels like the bar's been raised and it feels like everything's changed around. Whereas Alien Isolation is very similar, isn't it? First person, very corridory, for lack of a better term. And also, like, that woman is kind of like the alien in a way. You don't really know where she's going to pop up and stuff. Whereas the Evil Within just looks old. It looks old. It looks like it's ticking boxes that... it would still scare me, because everything scares me. Call of Duty 2 scared me. But...
I think it'll still be a great game. I just think that this may slightly change what you think of it.
I totally agree. I think it may fall into action horror rather than survival horror. Whereas before, I thought this was a straight-up horror game. Now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, it doesn't seem to have that edge anymore.
Yeah.
The edge seems to have been taken off.
I think just looking at Alien and Silent Hills as well, I think Alien still got something about it. The fact that you're being hunted by one single enemy. It's kind of the closest we've seen to a big budget version of those moments in Amnesia where you're being chased by a single thing that you can't really fight. So I think Silent Hills will still feel quite separate to that. And I just like that there's multiple big budget horror games. Like
we've got Silent Hills, we've got Alien, we've got
Evil Within, if it's considered that.
There's other ones, isn't there? Alone in the Dark just got announced. That'll be good.
Yeah, that was weird, isn't it?
What's it called? Light Beam or something?
Illumination.
Illumination. Light Beam's better. Change name. What else?
There's quite a lot of indie ones, aren't there? Like there's that
the Amnesia guys are working on a new one as well.
And there's that one is
Resident Evil got to come back now.
Well,
that leaked, didn't it?
This morning, didn't it?
But that's not going to be survival horror, is it? It's going to be the same Resident Evil we've had for the last 5
I don't know. I wonder if
years.
they've learnt from Resi 6 what they need to do.
Never played Resi 6.
Oh,
yeah.
I went back to it a few months ago.
I've gone back to it about 3 times because every time I look on NearGaf and there's always threads about it because someone else has started playing it again, thinking I'll give it a go. And there's always people that say once you learn the mechanics, it's really good. It's not.
I think
it's terrible.
I agree with that if you put Resident Evil 5 in the mix. Resident Evil 5 is a good game.
Resident Evil 5 is a very good game.
It is a very good game because when you get used to the mechanics, it's really fun, especially when you go through it. It's the only game I replayed sort of almost instant finish it because you get Infinite Magnum and Infinite Magnum just shooting people in the head is really satisfying. But then Resident Evil 6 just looks like a mess.
It's too disjointed. They tried to do too much.
Does it have like 4 campaigns?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So
some of them are dreadful.
Isn't one just like a wrestling game or something? You just suplex everybody.
No,
but you do
yes,
feel
there are
like
different.
That character does feel like a superhero, though.
Yeah,
almost.
I'm not interested in Resident Evil 6 or Resident Evil in general anymore. Don't get excited about it.
I don't know, Revelations, because Revelations is quite highly regarded, I think. It
was good on 3DS, but it wasn't a survival horror. It was kind of scary, but it wasn't.
I don't know. We'll see. And they're bringing back the remake, obviously, of the GameCube one.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Survival horror is back, baby.
Oh yeah. What about David Scammell? You've been playing a little bit of the Diablo franchise.
Yeah,
right?
we both have. Me and Tom both been playing a bit of Diablo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ultimate Evil
Diablo.
Edition.
I said Dare Boy. It's like, what the hell is Dare Boy?
What day was that released?
Dare Boy?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Are you Dare Boy? I can imagine you think in your head that you're Dare Boy.
That's a pretty cool name, to be honest.
No.
So yeah, I've been playing a bit of the
Dare
Xbox
Man.
One version.
Boy.
And Tom's been playing a bit of PS4, I think.
Yeah.
Fight, resolution, do all that.
Well, there was a report yesterday that, because obviously the Xbox One version has been bumped from 1080 from 900, that's had an effect on the frame rate. It goes from a solid 60 down to low 50s, apparently. Now, I don't really notice that. I haven't noticed
Oh, really? Oh, right.
But then I think that the difference between 50 and 60 is much slimmer than like 30 to 20.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you would notice that drop, whereas the drop to 50, I don't think most people would. Unless you have like this tech that deliberately counts it and all that when you have a firm. But no, it's fine. It's an all right game. I just never really got into it on PC because I didn't, and I'm not sure I will get into an Xbox because I don't understand it. Like, what is there to it? I can already see what it's going to do. It's just a game where you get loot and you get stronger. And you can fight bigger things.
People like that element. Like
but this is why I don't really get into MMOs and things like that. It's that. It's not enough, I don't think. There's not...
Yeah, I've been the same. The
story doesn't interest me, or hasn't so far.
Yeah.
But is Diablo about story?
Well, I don't know.
Well, kind of. Like, it's still got the gorgeous Blizzard cutscenes and the like iconic characters. Deckard Cain is...
I haven't played much. I played about an hour and a half, 2 hours, tops.
I'm completely with you, man. I'm quite a fan of the stuff Blizzard tends to put out. I usually get excited over those stupid cutscenes, but Diablo, I feel like I'm just being used. It's like you're a human being, aren't you? You like pressing X to kill things.
I thought you'd love this, bro.
And picking up
loot. This would be your perfect kind of
Why is that you being used?
Because I don't know how much fun you can really have with that. I feel
Apparently-
like I feel like I'm on a spreadsheet somewhere.
It's meant to
It's just
pick up a lot as you progress, like as you level up. Like some people are saying, like certain characters only really become good once you're like level 20 and stuff. Like I don't know how it changes, but
I don't understand how it's being used.
I think it's maybe because I spent a lot of time with World of Warcraft, right? And that game for a long time was all about getting new items to improve your character, so you could do bigger fights to get more items. And I spent a lot of hours and hours and hours doing that, only for the next expansion to come out and it to all feel like a little bit of a waste of time. And I think it's made me just a little bit more cautious isn't the right word, but just aware of what's going on there.
As long as you're enjoying it, though.
That's the thing. I don't know that I am. I don't enjoy.
Well, that changes it then.
It's put me in games like Borderlands as well. Even though Borderlands is really fun to play co-op, and you know what, Diablo is fun to play co-op. I just feel like it's just designed for me to run around picking up loot, and that's all right, but it's not enough.
Borderlands is.
Well, it's the same.
Don't get Borderlands.
It's the same argument. That's what we're saying about Diablo 3.
Fair enough.
A lot of people do.
Get it.
Massively popular.
Of course they do. They sell millions of copies, but I just don't. I don't know.
There is something satisfying about Diablo. There's something satisfying about leveling up, getting a stronger piece of kit, and bashing some dudes. And I haven't disliked it as much as I expected I was going to. It kind of sunk its hooks in a bit more than I thought it might. But I don't know how long that will last. Like, I might play it for another 3 hours and be like, yeah, I'm kind of done here.
Do you think if you kept playing it, you just keep playing it because it's there? Do you know what I mean? Just keep mashing X, keep going forward, because nothing else is going. It's a Sunday afternoon, you're a bit tired.
Yeah.
You got a pizza next to you, you're pretty happy.
May as well go and do a few dungeons and progress. Yeah.
It's not my kind of. Oh, they're saying that I watched.
But that's the thing, I didn't think it would be my kind of game at all. I expected to play it for, like I did the PC version, I played for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and I was like, no, this isn't for me.
I think it's something I'd play. I'm going to sneeze. Or am I?
Oh, you've said it now, so it's
gone, that's fine. It will come back. I think it's a game I kind of play if I was chatting to people on Xbox chat and just sit there catching up. Yeah. Smack. You don't have to think about it. You're not going to worry about missing a story or a cutscene, really. It's not going to make a big difference, even if they've got them in there. I think it's something I do with that. Like, you want a phone call? Well, no, let's just go on Xbox Live and play Diablo and catch up.
I think this version suits that really, really well as well, because although I'm still not that convinced by the co-op stuff, it's all right with one or two people, but if you go for a full party, it's so freaking hectic. But there's like loads of little things to keep you connected to other people playing the game. So if you get a legendary drop, which is one of the rarest items you can find, there's a small chance that you also find a gift which you can give to one of your friends. I think if you get killed by certain enemies, they can it activates this nemesis mode, and they will appear in your friends list games. And if they hunt down the enemy, you both get a reward. It's lots of
maybe there's a lot to it that I haven't seen. Then
it scales as well, doesn't it? So if Scamwell's level 20, I'm level 5. My enemies won't be as tough.
Yeah,
right?
That's one of my with Borderlands actually.
That's really quite good to be honest.
The reason I couldn't play a full co-op campaign is because sometimes your friends will be doing other stuff and you don't want to wait.
I think that's really impressive tech, if nothing else. If you can be in the same game and it knows that I'm level 5 and you're level 20, and it will scale the... I think that's really quite impressive.
What?
That's right, isn't it? That's what it does.
It's called apprentice mode. So if you invite another friend in and they're not quite the same level, it
scales the enemies.
I think it scales them. I think the lower level character will be more powerful.
Yeah,
sounds more to a similar.
Oh, that's still fine. I still think that's really impressive.
Yeah, I think that genre of game really, really needs that, because that's one of the biggest things that ruins the co-op for me.
Because all of a sudden you're getting your ass kicked, and this is rubbish.
It's the best version of Diablo on the consoles anyway. It's still, you are still playing it with a controller, and you have still got to deal with that interface. So that might not be.
They've made it. I never played the PC one. Well, I did briefly, but I don't really know how it works. But it feels very simple. Like, I mean, I've only played it like as much as Dave. Really,
is that to suit the controller?
Yes, it feels like God of War Light in a way. Like at the moment,
but that sounds awesome.
You can just hold the button to attack.
Yeah,
you can just hold on the Xbox. You can just hold on A. I think it is.
I did that with Batman Arkham Asylum. Really? You know the start of Batman Arkham Asylum, where you have to walk through that corridor. Yeah. The reasons we won't get into, I had to play that fucking opening about 5 times. Yeah. I was so bored on
That's a good opening, though.
Not when you played it 5 times. On the 5th time, because it takes about 10 minutes, I set up a little pulley device so that a little bit of string was pulling on the left stick, and that was attached to my laptop, and I just went and did other stuff. So Batman just kept walking forward. There goes, nice little...
I'm sure lots of people are going to be really angry that I've called it God of War Light. But I realise there's a lot of stuff to it. You look through the menus and there's like stuff all over the place, and you can assign things to things and level up everything.
The whole game,
I'm sure that's still there, but at the moment I'm just holding a button and mashing people up.
It encourages you to constantly get back into fights as well. More so than the PC version, I think. Just the way the whole combo systems work. Like, you're constantly being told to go and hit more things.
There's an awful lot of game there as well, as far as I can gather. Like, tons.
Yeah.
Like, it's got the expansion, and it's got the new bit coming to the expansion.
I think it's good value for money if you're into that thing. I just think it's a very specific thing to be into.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't have already done.
And I think that sort of base appeal of it, that core, leveling up, getting stronger. I think there are other games that I'd rather do that, like Destiny. I think that's probably, even though it's the same thing, like mechanically speaking, like in that sense.
But before, obviously, we say anything, I think we all realised Diablo's a beast. So what, 20 million copies?
Oh yeah.
So like,
people
they
love
obviously
it.
like it, but it's,
and I get it. If you love it, I
you just want
do understand.
Setting. You just want it.
It's just different strokes for different folks, right? Like,
where is Kartos as well? Why isn't Kartos back yet?
Yeah, where is Kartos?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, how many have we had? 4, right?
Well,
yeah.
No.
What, how many God of Wars? We had loads of God of Wars.
How many have had?
6?
Core.
4 core ones.
So we've had 3 ones. It wasn't 4, was it? It was
Ascension.
Ascension. It was crap, right?
Well, I thought it was okay.
I thought it was better than I was expecting.
We have not had 4.
No.
We haven't had number 4.
Where's that? That's what I want.
Well, they're clearly
Monica
making
Studio?
Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, are
They're
they
still
all right?
doing.
They're
Yeah,
still okay?
they're still.
Well, they're helping out on the order.
Their apparent game, their space game was Candace, wasn't it? They were apparently working.
Just make the 4th one that. Kratos, great character.
Clearly,
no
it'll
depth.
be
I'm angry.
next
It'll
year.
look amazing
Yeah.
on PS4.
3 still looks good, you know.
Oh yeah,
3's
Ascension
great
looks
game.
I
good.
played that HD remaster.
Yeah, I'd play that
It
actually.
looked good.
Oh, they'll do it. Of course, they'll do it.
I'd buy
God of War trilogy.
I'd buy PS4 for that.
Would
That's
you?
how much I like those games. Yep.
You'd buy a PS4 for an HD remaster.
Of those 3 games, the trilogy.
Really?
HD.
Would you rather play those than Halo?
Yes.
Fair enough.
I
Fair
love them. I think the second one is fabulous. 10 out of 10 for me. The second
God of
one.
War 2 is amazing.
Yeah, genuinely brilliant.
Yep.
And the whole story is I'm mad. That's it. I'm really mad.
Well, in the middle of the video game.
That's character progression I like. What's wrong? I'm mad. All right. Go kill everything. I will.
Is it a spoiler to where are they at the moment in the storyline?
Well, it goes back and forth,
to be
really.
Oh,
mad
it's
about?
all over the place. They lost track
Will
of
they
that.
find things to be angry with?
Well, lots of people have suggested like they do a new character, but I
No,
don't think
that'd be
it-
the
it
worst.
wouldn't-
Unless it's Kartos. If they do
Goddess
Kartos,
of War. Goddess of War. Imagine an angry woman.
That's fine. I'll take
That'd
that.
be great.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Anyone been playing anything else other than
No, I just played
Devil
PT.
PT?
Did I play anything else? No, I didn't.
Silence.
Silence.
I'm
I played a bit of Assassin's Creed 4, but I'm not sure really
I played Golf Club,
Golf Club?
the Golf Club.
The
yeah.
Golf Club, sorry.
Oh, yeah, I've been watching you play this as well.
It's like it's.
This is really weird because I've got 2 completely differing impressions of this now.
I think
Right, I'm a man that enjoys Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Do I want to play the golf club?
Well,
Did enjoy Tiger Woods.
Why do you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it because, much like Diablo, lazy afternoon, sit around,
Yeah.
do 18 holes, relatively simple.
Yeah. Well, you'd
you know.
probably has that same appeal to it. Like you can play around relatively quickly, and it feels like it's like Tiger Woods. You flick the stick and it hits the ball.
But it doesn't really
It doesn't
assist
have
you, does it?
No, but I don't think it's. I didn't find it as challenging as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like super hardcore, but it feels a lot like Tiger Woods without the added. You can now spin the ball in midair type stuff.
Or polish.
Or yeah, and
So how do you add spin to it? Is it all to do with
it's
the
to
way
do
you
with
hit
it's to do with your stance basically,
Yeah.
and before the shot you can adjust how you're going to hit the ball, so you can add extra loft or punch it a bit more or whatever, or fade it, draw it, etc. And that all it makes it feel a little bit more realistic because you have to think more about what you can do rather than just I'll hit it over here then add tons of spin afterwards to pull it back towards the hole. The problem is that's fine, but it just looks awful.
It looks atrocious
I've never
on
like,
Xbox.
It
Anyway.
really is bad. Like I know people people moan when you say, "Oh, it looks like a PS2 game," whatever. It looks awful. Like I've never seen a next gen game look this poor. It's just dreadful.
Textures are bad, performs poorly.
Frame rate's appalling. It's got tearing all over the place. Although you can turn VSync on to stop that a little bit, but the frame rate's still shocking. The image quality's horrible. Like it's just so jaggy, and like I've seen videos of the PC one, and the PC one looks quite a lot nicer.
I'm sure it was
The whole
designed
point
for
of it is that
them.
it renders the whole course, so you go from hole to hole instantly and stuff, which is quite cool.
It makes it up on the fly.
Well, kind of. You generate it before, so there's lots of courses that are there, like in a database that have been generated already. Some of them have been made by the course designer, by the actual staff. I don't think any of the courses are that great at the moment. They all feel like they've been made by some dude who doesn't make golf courses, but they're okay.
Not Tiger Woods.
But then the one I made instantly,
I thought, what's his face made a course?
Greg Norman. Well, it's his name attached to the course designer, because I think that's an official thing. Like Greg Norman's course design is something that people apparently use, and this is in the game in a licensed capacity.
That sounds dry.
Yeah, so I'm not surprised. The game's called Golf Club. The Golf Club. Could they come up with a drier name?
But the procedural stuff is more. It's not that you play a hole and then it generates the next hole. You can generate an entire course by pressing a button, and that's quite cool. Like, you see it all there, and you can zoom around it, fly around it, and stuff. That's quite nice. The problem is that at the moment the courses are all a bit obviously auto-generated and not particularly great, because it's not really. It came out yesterday, I think. So give it like a month, maybe people have made some really cool. People will just copy the proper courses that you want to play anyway. Like,
so
at the moment, the thing about Tiger Woods is, like, you watch like whatever the Open on TV, then you go and play it on Tiger Woods. That's good. You like that because you've just recalised that.
EA gonna be so mad right now. It's not even called Tiger Woods anymore.
PGA Tour.
Can anyone actually play golf games now without?
Talking about. I'd rather have dry than fucking Battlefield ship crashing
into my course.
I'm
the way. I don't ever want to play a golf game that doesn't have a battleship crashing into the course.
That was still the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
No, I'm with Braz here.
Yeah,
as much as it pains me to say it.
So much more exciting.
It might be fun. I don't know.
No, it's so
There's
stupid.
Dave and I would want to play crazy golf rather than an actual game.
Okay, so let EA make a crazy golf game, but this is not. This is
It's got a battleship.
Yeah, but no, it's not. This is their serious golf game. They have gone. We ran out of ideas. Put a volcano in it. Yes.
Yeah.
It is odd that that's the main golf game, and that's the only one that's going to be there for a while.
If that's the case, why doesn't FIFA 15? Why isn't one of the weather options meteor shower? Like, why
isn't it silent? You're saying all the right things.
You've just made some DLC there, my friend.
But that's what I mean. I just keep your golf. Just because you ran out of ideas.
Golf Club is the game you want then, because it doesn't have those gimmicks at all. Yeah. It's like completely straight down the line golf.
That's the thing. Like, I've just been playing like Power Star Golf quite recently on Xbox, and I'd much rather play that. It's like everybody's golf, essentially.
But that's fine. I get that, and I'm happy for EA to make that game. But don't run out of ideas and then go, I don't know, put Kratos. Kratos comes in and murders everybody, and look at that, you lost. Because Kratos got you
with a golf club, smashing your head in.
I'm mad at you. I don't get it. I think it's madness, but it could be. I mean, I'm not. I think
this game is also, the other issue it has is that it's far too expensive, like £28 on Xbox.
Oh yeah,
and for what it doesn't feel like a game that's worth £28. Yeah. It's particularly Xbox One. I haven't played it on PS4. Maybe the PS4 version will be a lot polished, for a better word. It is. I've never played a game that felt so not ready for release. Like, it works, but it's so rough. Like, there's bits where between like the fairway and then the rough, you get this kind of thick line where you can tell that they haven't blended the two textures, whatever. So it just looks horrible. And then like you get so much pop in, and like trees just pop all over the place, and water glitches in and out of like having the reflection on it and stuff. It looks bad. Yeah. It plays fine. It's like, it is golf. If you like flicking the stick to try and get hole in one or whatever, it's fine. It is golf, but it's just not very well finished.
Yeah.
Speaking of that EA golf game, did any of you guys ever play Anarchy Reigns?
Yes.
Where you could just be having a multiplayer fight and suddenly
Kratos
Cthulhu turns up.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
That was one of the weirdest games ever.
But that
and
moment,
I'm surprised they were allowed to release it.
Was Anarchy Reigns the one by Platinum?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it too much. It wasn't
Cthulhu just ding dong.
And I was like, yes, all right, okay.
Cthulhu.
Why not?
The Black Baron. It's like the most. Hated it.
Well, there you go. I played Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes. I know it's not topical at all, but I did play that in the last 7 days. I guess with Metal Gear Phantom Pain. I really enjoyed it. It is ridiculously short, like comically so. I know, obviously, I was aware of that before I went in, but I still thought it was great. I still really enjoyed it, and I just. It's one of those things where you sit down and you start playing Metal Gear, going, oh yeah, Metal Gear's really good.
It's the world's first interactive teaser.
It should have just been what PT is, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you're right. It probably should have been, actually. But I mean, Metal Gear is still fresh. I still played Metal Gear and I was like, nothing feels like Metal Gear. And I really liked it. Within 10 minutes. Like, I fucked up in about 2 minutes and got seen. But I can't be arsed. But it had me. Like, I pretended, but it had me. And I played the whole thing. I thought it was fantastic, and I think a lot of the stuff they're doing there, if they transfer that across to Phantom Pain, will be wonderful. When Chris walked in to watch me playing it, he walked in, obviously it's a stealth game, and just about 800 people firing at me. He's there! He's there!
It was brilliant.
But no, honestly, I think it's really, really good, and I think it's a shame it costs so much money, because, like PT, it was a great, marketing tool. It wasn't because it's too expensive, but it should have been a great marketing tool to say, don't forget Metal Gear is still a great game.
You think of the difference in terms of the perception that got. Do you remember the Game Informer article came out and it was like, oh, you can finish it in an hour or whatever.
I finished it in an hour and 14 if anyone cares.
And the fans or whatever, they were like, fuck you, Konami. This is ridiculous, disgusting. Look at what PT's done, released for free, and like it's completely opposite.
I think Ground Zeroes would have been fine. 10 quid, maybe 15. I think 15 is because there's a lot to do in it if you can be asked to go back and do it.
But then you pay that for PT as well, right?
Probably 10 maybe, 5 to 10 for PT.
See,
I don't know what I'm placing arbitrary numbers on things. I know what you mean though. Yeah, you're right.
Maybe this is to say sorry.
PT's a difficult one though because you didn't have the expectations. I'm not sure if that hype would have built.
Metal Gear is
without
polished.
that many people playing it.
It's got budget behind it. Yeah, but then I think PT has as well. I think that's
true. But anyway, I just thought it was good, and it's reminded me that when Phantom Pain comes out, I have to play it. Like I have to. Apart from the awful cutscenes.
You're not a bit worried about the thing I find weird about Metal Gear, particularly the new one, is that it always has a very serious story and message. And then you get the stuff like the box with the woman drawn on it, and it's pretty big. Such a like.
Well, even Ground Zero
clashes so much, and I think, how can I take this game seriously when that is part of it?
But he's always done that. Hasn't he?
No, but that's my issue generally.
But like the cobbled box, I always thought was a running joke kind of thing, almost like it serves a mechanical purpose.
It's a real mechanic in the game that you only use, isn't it? It's not just like a gimmick.
But like that.
But then you had the girly mags in Metal Gear 2, and when did you use them?
There's a monkey in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Well, that's cool. I like the monkey. He's cool.
He can stay.
No, you can't pick and choose.
Like the monkey in the silver pants.
Simon,
it's cool.
What's this on the cardboard box? Is it a bed of roses? Oh wait, no, it's another swimsuit model.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Such an embarrassing.
But my point being is that it's not like it's that unheard of for Kojima to do this kind of stuff. He does a lot of weird stuff. I don't like that.
I don't understand why he gets away with it.
No, I don't. I don't like
because
it.
I guess it's just because the rest of the game.
If that was any other developer that did that, imagine there was some other developer went on stage and did that box trick with the girl on the side.
Imagine that was an EA demo.
That would have been exactly.
Doesn't go down quite so well.
That would have been the controversy of Gamescom.
It does suck that there are double standards there. I agree. But it's.
But I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But my point is that he's quite odd.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's really funny. I mean, he does. He thinks it's funny. That's why he does it. He thinks it's hilarious.
It's a very different culture as well in Japan, isn't it?
True.
But yeah.
Don't forget, he stays up every night watching movies and he gets 4 hours sleep. And everyone in that crowd went, he just admitted he stayed up watching movies. It's his own fault. He should remember that his parents told him, go to sleep. Fuck's sake.
He was tweeting pictures with him and with Del Toro and Norman
Reed
for like months,
before,
wasn't he?
Yeah, but
all the time.
Who would have gone, I figured this out. This is Silent Hills.
Do you know what Kojima's also tweeting pictures of? You two, your faces.
Oh yeah, he did, didn't he?
Thanks for the link, G. Oh no, you didn't tweet it.
Yeah, but it's still quite amusing. Just the idea.
We almost got there.
That did make
so
my
close.
Day.
That was pretty good.
Your face, incredible.
Yeah, to think that Hideo Kojima went, got that motherfucker.
Look at these assholes.
Yeah.
Retweet.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Good image.
Whatever.
All right. Cool. Shall we move on to some questions? I guess we
are they good questions?
Yeah, and we got some voicemails. I don't think you played any voicemails last week, did you?
Voicemails. I love the voicemails.
Are the voicemails going to be played for us or just for the listeners?
They certainly are.
Okay, let's do it then. Let's go.
Okay. All right. Shall we do the questions first or the voicemails first?
Questions.
I think you should just decide this.
I was going to do the
question, isn't it?
A good host would just go with it.
I was going to, but then Simon.
Don't come at me on my last podcast.
It's like going on bro. It's like going on radio, and it'd be like, producer, what's next?
Do you script this whole sequence?
Yeah, it's all,
just out of interest.
We've got 2 bits of paper, one with the question, one with his answer.
That's actually true.
Yeah, no, it isn't.
Let me answer that question with a haiku.
Off the cuff, darling.
Hector Lester George is an
name.
excellent name. And he asks, you're only allowed to play one new release that's still to come this year. Which one do you go for?
Dragon Age.
Such a fanboy.
Yeah,
that's
why I picked it.
I am getting weirdly less and less excited about that game the more I see of it. But yes, I still
fucking
think I'll
sucks.
probably go for
Let's get one rant out before I'm out. Fucking, if you play that shit on Xbox One and PS4, you can't carry over your save. But you can on PC. The fuck is that shit? What the fuck?
Sorry, what game is this?
So you can't.
I probably said this now, and I've only read a headline, but I'm 99% sure that if you play it on Xbox One or PS4, your save doesn't carry over.
What from the previous games?
Yeah. What game is this? Sorry, I missed
Dragon Age Inquisition.
Oh, Dragon Age, right? Yeah.
It's only on PC. If I'm wrong, Just ignore everything I've just said.
Really? That's shit.
I think so.
You know what
I'm not going to lie. This is based on very little information.
Did you dream this?
Potentially, yes. But I need to rant about something,
If
and
that
this is all
the
I've
case,
got.
then it probably means that
I haven't seen anything about this, Miller.
Well, it could be lies.
Outrage if this was true. Maybe it is.
I'm
not following Dragon
All right,
Age,
look, in a hypothetical world,
Yeah,
if that's the case, what the fuck
It just
is
means
that?
that they haven't got that much planned for the crossover stuff, probably.
That's true.
So I don't know. I mean,
If I'm wrong, just disregard it.
maybe
Just
you'll have a little
disregard
interview at the
everything I
beginning.
said after Dragon Age and just cut and then go.
But you still want to. That's the game you go for.
Unless I've forgotten about something.
I think
else
that
this year.
it's a big, hefty RPG.
I think it's a good
series
choice
that I
for
still
time.
like.
You can invest.
What
in
else is out there? What other people's
Drive,
choices?
Drive Club. I'm going for Drive Club.
Are
No, I
you?
don't.
Controversial, maybe, because it's
Maybe a good
been
choice.
I think
bad
it's
for a long
one back.
time.
No, I think it's-
But I'm looking forward to a driving game of some sort. I don't have an Xbox One. Don't really want to buy one yet for Forza. This looks good. Although the Crew, I was interested in until the alpha thing. I'm hoping the alpha is just not a good representation of the actual game.
The Crew is very impressive. That is very. When I played it, technically, it's a very impressive game. But there's a lot of weird things, like the burnout thing where you crash your car. Just get rid of that. Don't need that at all. And it seems very sparse. There's no. It needs more of a structure because the world's too big. And at the moment, it just seems very poof.
Like fuel.
Yeah, a lot like Fuel. But I mean, technically, fair play. It's very good.
Dave, what'd you go for?
I don't
One
know,
game,
actually.
rest of the year.
Possibly Destiny, because I think like that'd be a big
Destiny's
time
pretty good
sink.
shout, man. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Don't know.
It's not a lot
Maybe
out.
Drive Club, maybe Alien. I'm not sure.
Alien for the rest of the year. That's a lot of being scared for the rest of the
Yeah,
year.
maybe not Alien.
And you need to pace yourself out.
What's out? It's not that much
Skylanders.
out.
Oh, God.
Obviously, Skylanders.
You got
Skylanders is
FIFA,
bankrupt.
COD.
Realistically, FIFA is what I'll play the
Assassin's
most.
Creed.
But Drive Club
Possibly
interests
COD,
me more.
if the multiplayer's really good. I'd maybe
I
go
don't
for
like
that
all
over
the
everything else.
advanced stuff.
Can we be Steve Burns? Just say Pez.
Yeah.
Would Burn just be? Yeah, probably would be. Yeah.
He has to pick Pez even if he doesn't believe it anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm a
I've
little
just
bit.
gone through every game that's coming out, so I didn't really answer your question.
I'm a little bit disappointed with the Advanced Warfare stuff because I thought that their multiplayer reveal trailer looked fucking ace. It was lots of loud noises and people jumping around and stuff, but the actual real gameplay that I've seen it just doesn't have anywhere
See,
near.
I haven't actually seen any yet.
Doesn't like so the freedom that you have in Titanfall to move around that map.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like that's the.
Well,
No,
it's
it's going to
is
be
it?
Call of Duty with a double jump, innit?
Because people said it's Titanfall, but it doesn't have.
That's what it is.
Doesn't have the moving
Call of
around
Duty
like the
double jump.
like the parkour.
Well, I mean, what the fuck do they do? I mean, like, you change too much, you piss off 20 million people. You don't change enough, you piss off the internet.
I think if
that's-
you're gonna nick something off Titanfall, go
Well,
with it. 100%
apparently they
rather
didn't
than-
nick it, did they? To be fair, they said they were working on this like 3 years ago or something. But
There probably is some truth in that because you have to think about it logically. Titanfall came out this year.
No, I
can't believe they went, fuck, get it. It just can't. I mean, there must be
Okay,
some truth to it. But
yeah,
presumably it's on a
jetpacks
lower
in
level in-
First-person shooters aren't the most.
Presumably it's when everyone
Innovative
started leaving
anyway.
Infinity Ward, they were talking about, let's make a futuristic game where you jump about everywhere.
again,
They went and made Respawn, and then the
unproven,
idea...
Dave, this might be legal issues.
Well, yeah, this is just conjecture, this is just speculation, but I wouldn't be surprised, and then some of that got fed back to Activision. They were like, this sounds like a good idea.
You can kind of dodge in the air and stuff, can't you, as well? So it's not just a dodge.
Call of
Yeah,
Duty, dodge in the air.
Like a large portion of the gameplay I've seen looks like a normal Call of Duty game. Running
There's a lot of
along
people
on the floor.
I've seen a lot of people
shooting
saying
things.
they want it to be just like it used to be. But then the problem that, like you said, Miller, Activision are stuck. Like,
Yeah, I feel
if they
sorry
change
for
it a lot, all the people that love it like it is will just moan. And if they don't change enough, the people that are like,
That's the
they
thing,
do
do,
same every year.
Because, there are, let's say, 20 million people play Call of Duty conservatively every year.
That's a lot of people.
That's usually what it sells, isn't it? Like, it sells about, let's say 15.
I
15
don't know.
million
I
people.
don't know.
Right? A lot of people, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say 75% of the people don't go, they're not Twitter warriors. They're not, I mean, they use the internet, but I mean, they just want Call of Duty. I think a large portion of people, it's that game. It's FIFA and PES from 10 years ago. We've had this conversation a million times. So, if it turns up and it's different, they don't know. Like, what the fuck? Like, a lot of people don't even know it's developed by different studios. So, we care because we want to see innovation and change, but they don't.
Sorry, I do have a definitive answer for that question.
Excellent. It only took you.
Is it
10
something?
minutes.
It's not what you've already said.
GTA 5 Next Gen.
Oh,
We don't know that's this year yet.
Do we? Yeah, they've said
it's this
autumn.
year.
Have
They've always
they?
said
Okay,
this
shut my
but
mouth.
They just haven't dated it, which is a bit weird.
I'll take that. Thanks very much.
All right. Okay.
You haven't had one, Brad. What's yours?
I went for Dragon Age as well.
Oh, did you?
Big
Okay.
hefty
You're so
RPG.
boring,
Love the
Brad.
series.
Dragon Age,
Yeah.
not an indie game.
Don't be like that. Dragon Age is excellent.
All your fans,
Origins is one
all
of my
your
favourite
indie
games.
developer fans
Yeah.
are going to be quite disappointed.
Oh, you want to be Boo!
Jonathan Pinder has a question for Simon Millen. Are we going to see a Simon Miller Patreon page appearing soon?
Never. The end. Next.
Oh, man. Okay, Will Parkinson. Simon, what have you enjoyed the most about working at VideoGamer? And what won't you miss? You don't have to answer the second part.
What have I enjoyed the most?
About working at VideoGamer.
Well, I think if we put our serious hats on for a second, I think
I
genuinely believe this as well. I think, we created something different. And I don't think we were like any other website, I think we managed to create
sad music again.
I think we managed to carve out like a niche, and I think a lot of people eventually started to respond to that well. And I think that's something that we all chatted about and we all aimed to do, and we all succeeded in it. And you guys will continue to succeed in when
some of us
I'm
have
not here.
succeeded more than others.
Yeah.
I wasn't even looking.
But with or without me, that will continue, because that's the stuff that's been put in place. So yeah, that easily, like I said, genuinely, I wasn't just saying it. Like, I've never been so personally attached to a project in my career. So I'm proud of that.
Miller, you have terrific socks on today.
Yeah, don't
that is incredible.
Did you listen to any of those words?
Have you stolen that off of someone?
Let's not talk about my socks.
What?
Look,
that's an amazing
I'm a bit
sock.
behind in my sock washing.
Those are incredible.
I'm wearing purple socks today.
With stars
they're
on
not
them.
just purple socks, they're starred.
You've hidden your foot now.
I know. I don't want anyone to look at my
You
purple
weren't
star
wearing any
socks.
interesting socks? No, mine are great.
So yeah, that. What won't I miss? You.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Very much.
I will miss you, Chris. I'm kidding.
See, because it's the last podcast, you keep having to...
Yeah. I can't come back and I can't be super asshole. Man.
Yeah, this
Miss
is
that
brilliant.
guy.
Let's see. Prince asks...
What happened to my career? Well, you changed your name too much. Next.
I'm an avid surfer and loved the
No,
loved
is
the
the
Callie
answer.
Slater game from Activision.
No.
Love the what, sorry?
The what?
The Callie Slater game from Activision.
Kelly Slater.
How do you
A
pronounce
surfer.
that?
Say that name again.
Say Kelly.
You know that I can't do these the L's.
Say it.
No,
Kelly.
say
Callie.
Cali?
Cali.
Well, like California?
Going back to
Say California.
Cali.
California.
Say Kelly.
Callie.
What?
I can't...
Just ask the question. Ask the question.
Jesus
Ask the question.
fucking Christ.
No, Kelly. No,
I'm
go-
an
go
avid
wrong
surfer
here.
and loved a game from Activision that featured a prominent female surfer. Do you think we will see another surfing game any time?
No, I can't imagine that
Not
sold
big
very
budget.
well.
And
No.
never.
Well, maybe a little thing, but not from Activision. No,
That's disappointing.
they failed making Spider-Man.
I
games.
played
They're not
one.
gonna make a surfing
Or
game.
maybe I played... Was it Wakeboarding Unleashed or something like that?
Wakeboarding Unleashed.
Yeah, I played that.
I
It was
played
all right.
Surf's
How
Up.
can wakeboarding be unleashed?
Well,
Surf's
it's
Up.
better than just going with the golf club. Like, you've got to put something interesting
I think somewhere between the two.
on the end of it.
Unless Skulldaggers comes. Unless Skulldaggers. Hey,
Surf's Up was bad.
what's Surf's Up?
It's based on that movie. The animated
DreamWorks one, was it?
Oh dear, that
The
would be
penguins.
penguins on a
surf or something.
surfboard.
shit.
Easy 1000G though.
Kitty Noodles. Since this week's podcast will be Simon's last... Since
Well,
this
you
week's
failed
podcast will
this.
be Simon's last sad, what are the team's most memorable moments with the big man? I think the word sad, she just...
I think that's just her emotion.
So
Just a
in
poor
its
game
mouth.
emotion. I'm so sad.
I think this is... You said this in the office earlier, Dave, but it's the Rambo video.
Oh, it's the Rambo
Rambo
moment.
is excellent.
Incredible. I could
That-
never wear that jacket again after that.
Have you
though.
actually not? Oh, that makes. Let
one
me
that-
pay
the
for
one
the
that
dry
Simon
cleaning
wore
or
against
something.
his
I don't
No,
know.
I did wear it. I did
That's
wear it.
fine,
I
that's fine.
enjoyed the sweat. It was good.
That's so hot. That was awesome. That whole week was good. From
Yeah.
playing it to doing that, it was fun.
Oh, did you know that? Did
FML.
you know they're working on Terminator, the
yes,
game now?
yes, I did.
Isn't that
With
exciting?
no issues.
With no issues whatsoever. Fuck's sake, that's even
Rambo
worse.
didn't have any issues.
I like Rambo. Rambo's fucking look. That entertained the shit out of me. That game. I was in tears of laughter, and not in a bad way. Not like this is shit. Just it's so ridiculous. Great game. Honestly, great game. Rambo out of 10.
Rambo out of 10.
All of that. Rambo out of 10. Playing it with you and not knowing what to expect, and then the fucking reviews are cool. That's
Yeah.
a good week.
Solid week.
Yeah.
Also, the week where you got very near to your competition and you were very angry and then you were orange.
Oh, that that was a bad week though.
Oh dear, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Very angry.
Yeah. Well, I was malnourished. The malnourished
Those
podcast.
podcasts were
Yeah.
excellent. They really
Yeah,
were.
people enjoyed it. I went mental, so that was fine.
Yeah. Okay, I think that probably does it for the written question. Should we head on over to the voicemails?
I'm so excited.
I phrased that like a question, but in fact I'm going to do it anyway because I'm the host and I'm taking control of this ship.
Can you imagine he was on the radio? Can you imagine you're driving to work and you may be thinking, why am I
Welcome
doing
to
this? But I
Ship
tell you why,
Video Gamer.
I'm the host. What the fuck is this guy? Just play a record, man. The fuck?
Okay, right. So most of these are pretty weird.
Well, I'm not surprised.
We didn't do voicemails last week, so this is...
How many have we got?
Weird listeners, is that what you're saying?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different ones.
Go to 6 voicemails. Fucking hell, settle in, boys.
Most of them are short. 2 of them are serious, and the others are just really weird. People are starting to ring up and put on characters.
Put on characters?
That's all right, we do that.
Oh, hello, lads. Sorry, I know it's Bill here. He's a fucking cab driver. I just want to know what you think about when the new Metal Gear Solid's coming out, because I had this bloke in the back of my cab the other day, and he said he didn't have a fucking clue. I did, oi, love, get out of fucking white Jesus. Fucking Christ.
What's going on?
Yeah, what was I saying? So about... what was it? Oh, fucking hell. Was that about Metal Gear Solid? I don't know. Talk about what you want. I'll forget what you found out. All right, see you later, lads. Bye.
That's not real.
I don't think that was actually
That's not real.
a cab driver.
Have we got more?
No, of course they fucking can't. Don't be a stupid.
Yeah, so people have just started to ring up and...
If he's not an actual cab driver...
He's definitely not a cab driver. It was all
that's really
conscripted.
weird. He's making up that he's a cab driver.
Well, are we going to answer his question?
What
I don't
is
know
it?
what the question was.
The question was Metal Gear.
When's it coming out?
I would say, if I were to guess, January to March next year.
I reckon it'd be March, but who knows?
If he could do us a favour and just ask like random people that get in his cab if they work in the games industry and know any secrets,
you know about it? Yeah, that'd be good.
and know anything, and he could just ring us up and tell us.
It doesn't have to be about Metal Gear. It can be any...
anything.
any game.
When's
Doesn't have to be like
PS5
games.
coming out? Anything like that. Just phone us back up, tell us. There we go, secrets exposed.
I would say Q1. No, is that right? Q4? I can't remember how it works.
Well,
First 3
start
months
of the
of
year.
next year.
Fiscal or calendar?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
First 3
don't
months
make
of
me
next
start.
year, it will come out.
All right.
Don't talk, I get excited about these things.
Okay, shall I go for another weird character that someone's...
I'd go for whatever you like, you are the host.
Excellent.
5 to go, come on.
Hello, my name is Michael Caine.
Oh,
I think we're done now.
I'm ringing you today to ask you a question, very simple question. I've recently enjoyed and played Persona 4 Golden, the PlayStation.
This is too weird. I'm out. Yeah,
Speechless?
someone rang up pretending to be Michael Caine.
Just trying to paint this scenario. You're at
Persona
home,
4.
you think, I'm going to get video game and pretend to be Michael Caine. Or, that is Michael Caine. That's the option. That's the options here.
I'm so sorry if that is Michael Caine.
It's not Michael Caine.
I can't imagine that.
We cut him off. The biggest celebrity ever.
How
Cut that guy.
embarrassing.
Yeah. That is
All
weird.
right. Okay, I'm going to go for a normal question here.
Hello, it's Olle from Sweden. Something I wonder. Simon mentioned in an older podcast that he thought Uncharted 3 was poor in comparison to Uncharted 2. Now, I wonder why he thinks that, because I thought Uncharted 3 was really good. And any answer would be nice. So, yeah, goodbye.
He hates you, Sam. He absolutely
Translation.
hates you.
This is a guy sat in Soda US and said, that motherfucker, ring him up. But they'll know it's us. Put on an accent.
Do the Swedish thing.
Yeah.
It's
This
really
is
good.
Swede from Sweden. Why did you not like this game? Please let me know.
Oh, it's the worst Swedish accent.
I can't do accents. Uncharted 3, I tell you why. Let's talk straight here.
Straight
Uncharted
talking.
3 was made by Naughty Dog's B team. That's a fact. Because Naughty Dog's A team was working on The Last of Us when this was going on. And it just wasn't as... The best thing about Uncharted 2 was its pacing and the way it all flowed together. Pretty much perfect, apart from the ending with the bad boss fight. But in terms of what you want from that kind of game, it was really good. Uncharted 3 was stop-starty, and the combat wasn't as good, and the story got completely confused, and it relied too heavily on set pieces where you couldn't actually control the outcome. It had some really great moments, as me and Scammell were chatting about earlier, like when you're in the desert and stuff. But it just...
When the plane crashes.
Isn't that on the front of the box?
Yeah, easy.
All right, the plane crashes. That moment where you're walking through the desert, one of the best moments last year.
But then it's followed by an awful fight through that desert town, which is frustrating and annoying. And then it runs out of ideas to the point where, especially on that ship, and it throws that guy at you that's impossible to kill. It's like, well, we've got to somehow extend this, so we're just going to go with the classic, well, you've met man with 8 bits of armor on, he's going to take ages to kill him, even though you're shooting him in the head. And Uncharted 2 never did that. Uncharted 2 was much more about the experience. That's pretentious, but it's true. About the experience and the ride and just like have fun. Whereas Uncharted 3 was about, I want to try and beat Uncharted. And that's not what I'd bought into Uncharted. I'd bought into, just having fun with Nathan Drake, which is another game they could do. Have fun with Nathan Drake.
That's excellent.
There you go. It's still a great game, though.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. I mean, if you compare it to a lot of other people that try and do that stuff, it's night and day. But Uncharted 2, and not just because Uncharted 2 was so good, but Uncharted 3 did have problems as well. It did have issues and it did lose its way. Scam was right. It's still a great game. It's just coming off that. It's weird because it did things. It made mistakes that one didn't. So you're like, well, if it didn't do it in the prequel, how the hell? Because it's made by a different team. I only assume. I'm assuming that's why. So yeah, that's it. Just wasn't as Uncharted 2 is probably solid 10, really. I think, and then this for me,
definitely a 10.
7-ish.
Well, I hope that's answered Ola's question.
It's good. It's just if you take Uncharted 3, it's like Dragon Age. Take Dragon Age 2, great game. Taking Origins, not so great. Uncharted 3, yeah, it's pretty good. Taking 2, it doesn't work.
All right, okay. This, I think.
Snow White, my daughter. This kingdom was fortunate.
Yeah, that's just a clip of Sean Bean. Thanks for that.
It's going to say, what? Who rings up and the first thing they says is, my daughter? Cut that guy
What
off.
if that was also Sean Bean? What if we're cutting up all our celebrity
We don't
listeners?
talk Sean Bean. He'll get mad after we took the mick out of him.
Sean Bean is a tremendous man and a fine actor.
Yeah.
He is a rap.
Is it really?
Boom, ka, boom, boom, ka, boom, 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 wagga, wagga, boom,
Wagga, wagga.
ka, boom, ka, boom, ka. Well, my name is Brett, and I'm here to say that I think video games are okay.
Yeah.
I play them in the morning, I play them at night. I don't really play them in the morning because I go to work.
Oh, no.
I could play them in the morning if I had a 3DS Vita or an iPad. I ain't got those, so I just keep rapping. Peace to the homies, your boy Brett Claxton. Boom.
That's my favourite line.
Boom.
Clap, Brett, boom. Clap, boom, boom, Claxton. Boom. Clap, boom, Brett.
Why is there a foghorn?
That happens, isn't it, in those rave songs?
You've never listened to a
Just
rap.
from nowhere. That's all that happens.
I'd love to know if that was actually Brett Claxton, because there is a Brett Claxton on.
It is
on-
Brett Claxton.
It is Brett
It
Claxton
must because
from Twitter.
the other day he responded to one of my tweets, to which somebody from Video Game, I don't know, responded, why don't you just send us a rap? Because now I've done one. It was him.
It was him.
Yeah.
Oh
We were
wow.
worried that it was someone pretending to be Brett Claxton.
No, I think it is Brett Claxton.
My
He
thing-
didn't
It
respond
would be a
oddly.
bit of a weird thing, although we did mention Brett Claxton.
Brett Claxton
in one
gets
podcast.
on a lot of these podcasts.
If anyone wants
his
to
name's never
pretend
been said as much as this.
To be
but
Brett Claxton. And also, he said it himself.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I like about that rap.
Don't forget, he does not play games before work. I know you thought he did, but he does not.
No,
You got to
sir.
get the Brett Claxton.
Your boy Brett Claxton. Oh, what? Man, rapping's cool.
Who are we talking about?
Brett Claxton.
I see what you did there. There's the foghorn. Okay, and we'll go for one final, more serious message before we wrap this baby
I'm
up.
worried about this already.
Hi, I'm Jenny, your Yellow Sapphire. I'd just like to say thank you to Simon. I've really enjoyed all your hard work. Really miss you. Good luck with whatever's next. Also, I hope Chris enjoyed his surprise this morning. I certainly really enjoyed watching it.
God,
Thank
that
you and
sounded
good luck,
really bad.
Simon.
Excuse
Bye.
me.
Right. We'll get to the first part of that message in a minute. What was your surprise, Chris? Did you have a very good morning? Have you had a lovely morning, Chris? Did you wake up with a smile on your face? Oh, I do like this surprise. I'd like this surprise every day.
So, just to clarify, I believe what Yellow Sapphire was referring to there was the game of Neptune's Pride. That we're
Oh, is this the
playing
girl?
at-
Is this who you play Neptune's Pride
Is
with?
that how you refer to a certain part of your anatomy?
Neptune would be proud of this.
Oh, God.
Can't toss his back.
All right, let's leave the second half of that message.
So is this the
And-
person that is sort of screwing you over on Neptune's Pride?
Well, we're in the last three now, so everyone's betraying everyone else.
Right.
It's all got a bit upsetting, really.
I asked like I gave a shit. But
Yeah, exactly. No one gives a shit about Neptune's Pride. That's very nice, though. Thank you very much. Jenny? Was it Jenny?
Jenny.
Because everyone was laughing at it. That's very nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. As long as you enjoyed it, then, mission success. That's all that matters.
As long as you do
What a
know that
good answer.
legend Tom Murray is still here.
Yeah.
Don't
And he's great.
It
it's
doesn't
got to be
cha-
about you, Tom, isn't it?
Well, it does actually, Dave. Yeah.
It doesn't change anything. And, no one is bigger than the machine. In 6 weeks' time, things will still be rolling on.
They certainly will.
Indeed. But that's very nice. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right, cool. Well, that's pretty much all I got. So, actually, we do need to mention the podcast competition before we finish. That's if you want to win a video game up to a value of £50, then you
From shop2.net.
Thank you,
Shop
David.
2.
Then head over to the VideoGamer forums and you'll find a thread in which we're asking you to submit a picture or something visual of what we're going for, a way in which
way to announce or reveal a new game.
Yeah, so
Like
inspired by
PT,
PT,
yeah.
but maybe you could do something amusing with that idea. So you know, PT might have changed the landscape of game reveals as far as we know it. What would you do? And can you draw it in a funny picture so me and Dave can talk about it later on? That's about it. That's pretty much the reason we do the podcast competitions,
Yeah.
so Dave can do a silly voice.
Also, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to hijack anything. But as a lot of people have asked, just like, I'll announce what I'm doing pretty soon. Just keep an eye on my Twitter and shit.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. I don't want to take advantage.
Are you joining WWE?
Is it-
Yes.
I thought so, yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. What would you call yourself if you were in the WWE?
Simon Miller, always stick with your real name.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No,
you've got
must
to
be
keep it real.
Is Steve
Keep it
Austin
real.
that his real name?
His real name was Steve Williams, but he changed it to Steve Austin for licensing reasons, so that he could
So-
keep
so-
the
Is that a stage
sounds
name
very
or is that
good.
a real name? He did change it by
He
default?
changed
or-
the default now, yeah.
Oh, wow,
It was
wow.
Steve Williams was his real name.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
So follow Simon's
Miller's
wrestling
last
career.
trivia before he leaves
yeah,
into the
yeah,
night.
What else would you like to know about Steve Austin?
I know quite a lot about him.
Yeah.
It's in a bit weird way, yeah. I really like him. But yeah, just I'll write something on Twitter and let people know. So, you know. But thank you very much. Thank you for everyone that supported the website over the last 18 months and everyone that was really nice.
It's
and said
been
nice
wonderful.
things.
It's been
a journey, hasn't it?
It has been an incredible time.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I had
Yeah.
a really good time. And I will miss it. And like I say, there's no bad blood or anything like that. It's just one of those things.
You'll be missed terribly.
No, I miss you guys as
Milking it
well.
now,
Everyone
isn't
says this, and then we never speak to them ever again.
Well, I plan to speak to everybody. So you better
I
get
still
ready for
speak
that.
to people.
In general.
Nellis, Martin,
he? You do. How often do you speak to Nellis?
I was sad about Nellis because it meant we had to hire
but not
him.
the others.
Look at that. What a diss. Fuck you, Miller. Oh, dear.
Right.
But yeah,
All right then.
it just doesn't matter. I'm still around. I'm not dead.
No, that's the main thing, isn't it?
No. The main thing is that we're all alive
Yep.
and we're not dead.
Yep.
On that note, I'll see you soon.
That's the Video Gamer UK podcast. Thank you for listening.
Don't die.
Goodbye. Tom, you got something there? You got something you want to shit? Tom?
This is taking far too long.
I'll explain what happened. This video is unavailable on this platform.
Oh, god damn it.
What was it?
I'll tell Brad as he can put it in.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
It'll go
Do
in
it.
now.
All right.
That's very touching.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Lovely.
Is it a nice song? Excellent. Bye. All right, I'll do it.
Together, we will make our game. Together, do it our own way. Together, like gun in my hand. Together, fighting in Vietnam. Together, ignore current trends. Together, we do it for our friends. Together, people will bitch and moan. Together, we went and got so long. Rambo, life is different there. Rambo, shoot shit with a crosshair. Rambo, this game is super bad. Rambo, like we may have missed our fight. Together, we will shoot our guns. Together, having guilty fun. Together, we have made our case. Together, what happened to Rambo's face? I love you, even though you're shy. I want you, and never stop the fight. So that's why I make no protest. When you say, well, you're the fucking best. Rambo, please visually. Rambo, we're done financially. Rambo, we'll give it just one more. Rambo, and still this is actively now. Rambo, we do it our own way. Rambo, and while we're down, as I say, Rambo, no matter you can't get mad. It's the most fun that we've ever had.
Nice to go, Mr. Simon Miller. He hits the high notes.
Oh, not really.
Every time,
but there
most
we
of the
go.
time.
Rambo, baby.
Rambo the video game. That
10
was
out
our
of 10.
reviews called. That is not a 10 out of 10,
It's
sir.
the best
Vetoed.
game ever.
I disagree.
I absolutely love it.